Hello and welcome to this super special exclusive Facebook group, which I'm hoping is a Facebook group and that I've gone live in the right place. And actually what I want to do is just go and check that I have, make sure that I'm not anywhere else that I shouldn't be. So bear with me a second. Let me leave you with some pretty cards for a second. Right, but we need to see that I'm in the right place. I am. How fantastic is that? Phew, I actually did it right. Right, back to me. Hello. So hello, welcome. So this is a brand new Facebook group. So there's only a few of you in there, but I do intend to do more of these. So obviously, for those of you that know me or don't know me, my name is Natalie O'Shea. I run the Card Making Academy where I teach people how to make handmade cards. And all the products I use are from a company called Stamping Up. They're high quality products that coordinate together, and that's why I use them. It kind of takes away the hours of trying to match things up. It's all done and made easy for us. Stamping Up is a direct sales company, and way back when we used to kind of go, when we were allowed, we used to go out and do parties in people's homes called workshops, and we used to do that, and we can't obviously anymore, and lots of people are too busy, don't want to, but lots of people are having online workshops. So I thought I would have my first online workshop, and obviously I've been sharing cards all week. They were the 4 cards that I've shared. That was day 1, day 2, day 3 and day 4. So if you haven't seen those and you want to watch the videos or get the instructions on how to do them, then you've got 2 options. Either my Facebook page, they're all on there, you can scroll up and down, but probably the easiest place is my YouTube channel. So the link for that is in the description of this video, and if you go over there, first of all hit subscribe so that you get notified when I upload, but the last 4 videos that I've uploaded there will all be those, and it's got details of how you can get the instructions for those as well. But yeah, we were going back to basics this week. I think often the world of card making can be overwhelming. There's so many videos, so many people sharing things, and we use our own terms, and it's all very well going, yes, you heat emboss that. Well, if you don't know what heat embossing is, that means nothing to you. So I've kind of gone back to basics with just some card, some basic ink colours, a tiny bit of using a die cutting and embossing machine, but actually the rest is just a few punches, and that's what I kind of went back to when I first started. And when I started, die cutting machines weren't even available. So punches were the way to go, and I think often now as well, I still love a punch, and I love label punches and circle punches, and to punch out a quick flower or star or something like that, to just grab, punch, go, done, rather than hang on, let me get my die cutting machine out, which die do I want? It's just easier. So I am making 4 more cards today. We are still carrying on the flowery theme, and just because I said at the start of the week it was grey and dismal, it is still, it's a little bit brighter out there, but actually over there it's still very grey. It's been raining, it's all a bit horrible, but the flowers are starting to poke through now. Hopefully in your garden you may have some daffodils or crocuses or snowdrops or anything like that are coming through. So I just thought these would brighten things up, and we'll go flowery for this. But I do intend on doing more of these online workshops, and they are here for me to kind of show you some of the products we use, and there are generally incentives for ordering if you order as part of the workshop as well. So that's why I've kind of made it a different Facebook group, so that it's kind of held in there, and all the details are held together as such, rather than on my Facebook page. It can go up and down so quickly that you lose it. And you can come back and watch this obviously on the replay as well. So if you are watching, give me a heart or a thumbs up. If you're watching on replay, then let me know you're watching it, then I know at least some people are looking at it. But what else do I need to tell you about? So I've been talking about it all week. Stamping Up have a promotion on at the moment called Celebration, which means that if you spend £45 on products, and you can see all the products that I'm using today in a list in this description. Perhaps you're on my blog post and it will be on there as well, but everywhere that you look there should be a list of the products. So if you're sitting there thinking, oh, I like that You Are Amazing stamp set, I wonder how much it is, there's a link for you. Just click on it and you can go and find out more information about it, whether it's red rubber, whether it's photopolymer, and we talked about those differences on day 1 of this week on Monday, and went through some basic stamping techniques there. But all the information is there for you to go and have a look. And it doesn't commit you to anything, but it's all too easy to get together an order of £45. And then you can pick freebies. And so all week I've been sharing the Heal Your Heart stamp set, which I'm using again today, but also the Field and Flower. So all these pieces of pattern paper here are all from the same pack of the Field and Flower, or Flower and Field. I keep getting it round the wrong way, but whatever it is, they're all from the same pack of 12 by 12 paper, which is free with a £45 order. So it's normally £10.75 for a pack of 12 by 12 paper. So £45 and you get a nearly £11 pack of paper free if you choose that option, but there are other ones as well. I have gone through them, so I'm not going to go through them again. You can see the link to the celebration details again in the description. So that is only until the end of February. So if you're watching this past February 2021, then that promotion is no longer on. But what is also on, but again only till this Sunday, I'm prompting you to spend a tiny bit more, so £5 more, and hang on, and if you place an order with me of £50, you must use the host code of the link that's in this description. But not only can you pick your celebration item for free, I will give you access to a video and PDF to make this, the black card and pattern paper and die cuts to make this little adhesive box holder, and it's great. Ever since I've made it, it's been on my desk now, and my adhesives stick in there. But I'm also going to include a Tombow, a multi-purpose adhesive, and a pack of dimensionals as well. So that's for all orders that are placed using that host code, and for £50 or more, by this Sunday, the 21st of February 2021. So they are your options. What I'm also going to do is, if that wasn't enough, for anybody who places their order between now and this Sunday, so it will cut off at midnight this Sunday, I'm going to send you all 8 cards that I've made this week. So for one person, so everyone's going to go in a little drawer that orders, you use the host code, you get your celebration item, you get your bits and bobs for your adhesive holder and your adhesives, but one person is going to receive all 8 cards. I'm going to send them out to you, so that you can use them and send them and spread a little bit of love. So you've seen the 4, there's the 4 we've already made, so you'll get all those 4 in the post, but we're also going to make some more as well. So what else do you need to know? I mean, Celebration also has some other things. We've talked all week about if you do have a big if you have a big wish list, then honestly talk to me about getting your own starter kit. You pick £130 worth of goodies just for £99. That includes P&P. You don't have to do anything else, but if you do, you get between 20 and 38% discount off of all your future orders. So I kind of went through some of the figures of what you can save yourself. You'll never pay full price again. And I'm more than happy to discuss. There's no pressure, there's no hassle. I don't do hard sell. I'm here to answer your questions if you've got any. We have answered quite a few questions this week, so again, you might want to go back and watch the videos or the replays, but I'm more than happy to. But again, during Celebration, not only do you get to pick that 130, that's the deal all year. So it's a pretty good deal anyway, to be fair. I want to pay £99 for £130 worth of stuff, thanks, and get it delivered for free. But you also get 5 packs of pattern paper, so that's 200 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper. So remember I said stamping up all coordinates? We just use 50 colours, which are those 50 colours over there, and you'd get pattern paper in every single colour. At least 4 sheets, so 4 sheets of every colour, 200 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper, and it's actually pattern paper you can't buy at the moment because it's the upcoming pattern paper that matches in the annual catalogue, so it's new designs and everything. So yeah, they're great. So that's it. I'm not going to go on about that anymore. I'm here, but you only have until the 28th, so Sunday the 28th, and I really would say kind of don't leave it to the last minute, because if there is an issue with you signing up or anything, if you've left it till 10 o'clock on Sunday night, it doesn't really give us an awful lot of time to sort things out. But perhaps if you try Thursday or Friday, If you're waiting for payday, maybe you're waiting for next Friday, then again, let's do it then. And if I'm on the end of the phone then, whereas I may not be around at 10 o'clock on Sunday night when you're trying to do it, and then it'll be too late and you'll miss out on the, it's like over 50 quid's worth of pattern paper for free. Why would you do that? So 180 odd quid's worth of stuff for £99. Bargainous. Right, okay. So you can get, I have done instructions for each of these cards that I'm sharing today. And you can get those PDFs by signing up. There's a link there if you want to sign up for that. Or if you go over to my Facebook group for card making for beginners and beyond. It's not for other Stampin' Up demonstrators, I'm really sorry. But you can get them there. And I always go live on Facebook on a Wednesday, and all the PDFs for all the cards go in there automatically as well. So that's a good way of keeping, you can go back. I started doing this October last year, so you can go into the files section of that Facebook group and you can find all the backwards ones as well and print off any that you want to be inspired and use. But otherwise, I'm going to kick off. Let's kick off today, because I did say I didn't want it to take it all day, and it's been taking me nearly an hour of chit chat to make all these cards. It's one card a day, and I've got to make 4 today, so I'm going to get right on with it. And what I'm going to share with you, I've used so much of this paper that I haven't got much left to show you, but I did want to show you today what I'm using is this pattern paper here, and it is a little bit scary, I understand that. I've only got half a sheet of that left because I love that. Look at that. But they are calmer designs on the back, and I like that kind of gesso whitewash acrylic painty look, some whites and darks, and I love that. You'll see we use that today. And then you've got this piece as well, which again I'm using today, and I love that. But again, you've got slightly washed gesso, whatever you want to call it, with a pattern behind it there. Look how beautiful this is. I love this so much I haven't used it. Sorry. I don't think I have. No, I have actually. But you get 2 sheets. The great thing with Stampin' Up is you get 12 sheets in a pack of pattern paper. There's 6 sheets, 2 of each, but they're both double-sided. So do you get that? So in other words, 6 sheets you can keep, stroke, look at, not use, and then the other 6 sheets which are identical you can use. That's what I like. And again, a nice whitewashed pattern there as well. Look at that. Look at that. And then you've got that slightly lighter, and that's very similar to my favourite colour, so I love that. And then you've got another one here. So these are all hand painted and then photographed. That's how Stampin' Up make a lot of its pattern papers. They take inspiration from somewhere, but then they actually make something and then photograph it. So and then you've got the yellow there. Now the other piece of paper, I've cut it in half. Oh no, that way, there we go. So this piece of 12 by 12 paper should look like that. But I wanted to show you something. I'm not using it, but it is in the catalogue, so I did just want to show you that you can actually buy, and let me make sure I get the name right. They are Golden Garden Designer Series Speciality Acetate. So acetate is just like I'm going back now. Overhead projector, you know, see-through, look, like that. But I'm not showing you that piece. And what you get is you get this patterned. So look, can you see this? I kind of want to move that out of the way for a minute. So you get this pattern, and do you know what? Look, you don't need much more. You can cut a bit of this off, put it over. I mean, hang on, let's do this. If I was to put it over a plainish piece of paper, look. Let's move that up. If that was my card, I wouldn't need much more than that. Got a bit of ribbon perhaps, or a sentiment down there. I really wouldn't need much at all. And what's great about these is they're gold one side and silver the other. How clever is that? So if you prefer silver, then that's your thing. And you get 3 designs. That's one design, very floral. You then get this kind of Eastern there. But honestly, you really don't need much, do you? This is the card in the making itself. But there's something special about the last piece, and that's why I wanted to show it to you. So this piece here, that isn't cut in half when you get yours, but if I do that, then this is the 3rd sheet. And again, silver one side, gold the other. But look. Hang on. How clever is that? Hang on, have I done that? That's pretty. Oh, let's see. I've got a wonk on on my card. Right, do you know what? I'm going to do it in two halves because I think they're two uneven halves. Right, so look, that bit goes over that bit. God, I've never concentrated so hard. Look. There. How clever is that? And then, look. Can you see? You get the foil. I'm not sure if that's showing up on camera that well or not. But how cool is that? And then if I do, let's swap over to the other half, because that's obviously not the half that goes with that exactly. Then, there we go. Play about with it a bit. Have I got that in the right place? I think so. There we go, you get the idea. But it goes over it perfectly. So, how cool is that? Can you see that? So you might fall in love with that. And there's part of me that says, if you like home decor, that sheet with a sheet of that over the front and not a lot else, maybe a sentiment or words or phrase in the corner that you can't see, in the corner there, and your job done. I love it. I love it. So that is called the Fine Art Floral Paper, and that's what we're using today. So we're going to get on, because I have got some super quick cards I'm going to kind of reference. I'm not going to go quite as in depth as I have done all week, because I probably will. I'll still be saying the same things. But I just wanted to show you again, these are super simple cards. In fact, again, this time I've used no die cutting, no embossing, anything like that. We are just stamps, ink, paper, a bit of ribbon, and a few, I need to find those, hold on, I haven't got those out. Some few gilded gems, because it's gold, so we're all going gold, she says. Oh, I've got some. There we go. Right, okay, so let's get started, otherwise we will be here all day. So this is our first card, so you may recognise this, cut from this sheet of paper here. It's actually that bit there. To be fair, that bit is that bit. So it's that bit there on the piece of pattern paper, but obviously you could use that bit as well. And just super simple. So you've heard me say this week that I pick out the colours from the pattern paper for my layers here. And I think here again, I've just used my 1/2 centimetre border as I have done before. The blue is actually popped up on dimensionals, but you could do it flat. And this is literally a piece of pattern paper, stamped sentiment, and some gilded gems. So this one is going to be super quick, because look, that's all I need. And in fact, I was getting myself all ahead, and I realised I'd stamped this one. So you're not going to see me stamp this one, but you're going to see me stamp all the other ones. But I just thought, because I haven't got, rather than cut another piece of card out and you just see me stamp on it. But so this is super simple. I don't think you can make much more simpler card, but it just goes to show as well that pattern paper can be the star of the show, and you don't necessarily need much else. So in an ideal world, as I say, I would have got my stamp out. So we're in this together, which I think I did actually even load. Look, we're in this together. And I used, hold on, old olive ink. So just pretend that I've opened my ink pad, I've stamped it up. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Well done. We will stamp the rest of them, honestly, but I thought I'm not wasting that piece of paper. It's beautiful. And if you do find that you've caught a little bit, that's where we cover it with the gilded gems as well. If you do catch anything, I'll make a little bit of a mistake. So again, this has all been upside down, so it might take a little bit for it to come out. So on here, this is flat. Again, you could use dimensionals and put it up, but I'm just doing that. Remember, I used my multi-purpose Tombow because it gives me a bit of wiggle room if I need it. So we do the adhesive strips, so you could use those, but I'm all right with a few of these dotted around. And I tend to kind of do that, and that's enough. It's not very heavy or anything like that. Don't need any more than that. I mean, your dimensionals, you're at home. If you want to use 20, knock yourself out. But if you've got any questions for me, then just tag me here as well. And there we go. And that was my base card. So I cut a piece of A4 in half the other way. So instead of cutting it that way, I cut it on the short end to give me a card that looks like that. Did I do that there? I did do that there as well. Folded it in half, and there we go. And look how quick this is coming together. If you want, oh, hang on, make sure your borders are even before you let go too much. That'll do, I think. If you want quick and easy cards, they don't get much quicker than this, do they? So each of these cards are A6 in size for the Australians and the Europeans amongst us. Americans, you know your sizes, you have different card to us, but just sort of 1/4 of an inch smaller and 1/2 centimetre smaller for us. And up to you which ones you want to use. I think I might go medium actually, so I might use these ones. So these are self-adhesive, and I just use my tweezers. I think I might have one there, because I don't know if I've smudged that or not. Quite big actually. One there. Remember, I've talked all week about triangles. So I'll have 3 of those, and I'll have one down there, which is pretty much what I did in there anyway. And there we go. Look at that. Card done. So you could chop up, let's bring that piece back. You could chop that one piece of card into 6 and have 6 cards made in probably not much more than about 15 minutes. And how beautiful are they? Just beautiful. So that's card 1 done. That was easy, wasn't it? Well, the fact that I didn't have to concentrate on and stamp might be something else. So we'll put that one away for the moment. Make sure the cat doesn't come in and walk all over it. Now the next one you kind of might recognise. So we saw this design last Monday. There we go. Look at that. So quite similar. Got similar layers, got similar sentiment panels, got a similar bow on the left, raised up, but slightly different. So you can see I've got different borders there than there. So I've got a slightly bigger piece of pattern paper. But again, no fancy punches or anything used on this, but how effective is that? So we're going to do that one next. And as I say, all measurements are on that PDF that you can sign up for. Earlier this week I forgot to tie my ribbon round, so I'm really hoping I'm not doing that. So shout at me, ribbon, ribbon! That's what I'll try and not forget. So this is my A4 piece of card cut in along the long sides to create this kind of card. Folded over, corner to corner, as all week. And there we go. Then I've got my pattern paper cut to size, and the border on that is just that 1/2 centimetre again. So that's that lovely pattern paper there. It's just gorgeous. And again, I've just used the pattern paper as dictating what colours I'm using. So I could have picked the green, but I've picked out this Merry Merlot and Flirty Flamingo, but there was also Rococo Rose in there as well. So I could have used any of those. And I'm not worried at this stage whether my pattern paper's upside down or not, because I haven't put it there. But which way do we want it? That way? Yes, no, it is that way. Okay, ribbon. So before I do anything else, I think I did get carried away cutting my ribbon then. Again, I just tend to do that. Make sure that I am, there we go, pretty even each side so I don't end up with a short bit. And then just tie a double knot in it. I don't care where the knot is at the moment because it's not stuck down, so I can move it. So just a double knot. 1 knot, 2 knots, and there we go. So great big long leftover bits there. If you did it on a roll, you wouldn't waste as much. Right, and at an angle, I can decide if I want to cut those shorter. And because it's movable, I mean I showed you it all came off and everything. So, but I'm moving it over to that side. You could do it over the other side if you wanted to. I think maybe because I'm right-handed, I prefer things over to the right. I don't know. We'll see. But again, we can move once we've done our panel. We can see exactly where that needs to go. So we'll put that to one side for a moment because here's our panel. And just a tiny piece of the Flirty Flamingo as well. Again, I could have picked out the old olive. And this pattern panel will depend on your sentiment. So if you're not using the thank you stamp that I'm using, you could cut yours smaller, wider, fatter, taller, however you want. But I'm using my Memento Black, Again, I could have used the old olive ink. In fact, shall we twist it up? Let's twist it up. I feel the need, instead of black, shall I do the Merry Merlot? If I can find it. Oh. I'm just bringing, let's change it up. I do tend to do these on my Facebook Lives. Right, let's see how inky my ink pad is. Oh, this is going to look nice. Right, let's get it off there. I'm going to keep it kind of as straight as I can. Oh, and this is where I find out how straight I stamp. Remember, it's only been a card. I did pretty well there. Phew! But it's only a bit of cards. If you make a mistake, don't worry. It's got another side, or you just use another bit. But I think this is going to be nice. So that's Merry Merlot. So that's not in your instructions, because obviously I wasn't going to be using that. But we'll mount that again flat onto my Flirty Flamingo layer, which could have been the old olive as well. But I kind of like the pinks and reds in that. There we go. So I'm putting some more dimensionals. Remember, I've said before, the more layers you put on this, the more expensive it's going to be to post if you are posting it. The thicker a card gets, the more expensive it turns from a normal letter into a large letter for postage. Oh. There we go. Right. So, I haven't stuck this down yet, so I'm now going to see. So I could, in fact, what I'm going to do, I might do, she says, I might move this down the bottom. So I'm just going to tweak it there. Maybe up a bit more. So this is where you can play around for ages. But I'm going to go more in the corner than I did there. So that was quite central. You know, we're mixing things up. So just showing you some different options. Now I'm looking for this border to be the same as that one there, and for it to be as straight as it can be. Now that ribbon isn't stuck down at all, but it's quite happy where it is. I'm quite happy where that knot is. I'm quite happy with the length of my tails on my knot as well. So all is good. So again, we like dimension. Just do 5 this time. There we go. They all come off quite easily. Sometimes if you've got some, I mean, I always say, you get what you pay for with craft products, and sometimes if you get some cheap 3D foam tape, it's really hard to get the backing off. Right, so I'm going to go, again, because I've gone bottom right corner, I'm going to go, rather than centralising, I'm going to go bottom right on this as well. So again, I'm looking for that same border to be the same sort of size, my card being straight. So you can see it's rather than even, so this one was even and centralised, we're a bit more over to the right here. It's all good, doesn't matter what. Right, and we're going to go medium. Oh, just dropped one of those, stuck one to my finger. As I say, they're self-adhesive, so we're going to go triangle again. And so, up there, I might go smaller actually. Put some small, I use a lot of the small ones because I'm running out. Go there. And then there, and then there. So what we've got on here is we've got the gilded gems making a triangle, and it's an odd number of 3, but together with the bow and the sentiment, so bow 1, sentiment 2 and 3 rhinestones gives us 5, so we're still on the odd numbers. So bow, sentiment, 3 embellishments, all good to go. So that is our second card. Go us, whizzing through these. So there we go. We're going to put that to one side for the moment. In fact, I really should keep one of it out so I can show you at the end. I've got cards going everywhere here. Right, what are we on to next? So next we have this one here. Now this is my favourite, but I am a blue girl. So it's not really a great surprise that this is my favourite colour and card. Bit of blues and greens is me. Don't really do pink, even though I've done pink today. So yeah, so again, just the pattern paper being the star of the show. So again, A4 cut in half to create A5 that way, corner to corner, corner to corner. There we go. We've got a pretty peacock layer, which is 1/2 centimetre smaller, and again the pattern paper, which is 1/2 centimetre smaller as well. So I'm going to stick my pretty peacock down to start with, because that can move out the way. I'd say these are all pretty quick cards. You're not hanging around waiting too much. You're not having to do colouring or anything like that. In fact, I'm not going to stick that down yet. The pattern paper really says it all and is the star of the show. So the next one I'm going to do is I've got my sentiment. And all these sentiments so far are from this Heal Your Heart set. So I've shown you this all week, and we've used the We're in this together on the first card. The thank you I've just used, which I love, is on this card as well. And this sorry for your loss is also on this. But I have used the wishing I could heal your heart, was day 3, I think, if I remember, on Wednesday. So we're still using all this. And then the last card I'm just using one of the stamps from You Are Amazing, which I've also used this week. So just the 2 stamp sets this week that I've used. But the sorry for your loss comes from that. That's one of the free items you can pick with your £45 order. And I just think the sentiments are gorgeous. So pretty peacock again, coordinating, coordinating, coordinating. Now on this I have, so I've kept the embellishments to 3 again, but I put 2 over here and 1 over here. Now it all depends on where this ends up stamping out as to whether we might have 3 down the end. In fact, that's what I might try and go for, but I know I'm not very good. I'm always under pressure stamping like this, but I'm going to go like that so I can fit 3 the other end, just to show you an alternative. Oh, this is where I go. I think that's quite wonky. Oh no, it's not, look! Yay! I'm just shocking myself, honestly. Whenever I'm stamping on I rarely stamp on things. I normally stamp on a piece of card and then punch it out, die cut it out, cut it out. So I'm shocking myself here that this is actually going so well. So don't think, just because we've been doing it for years, that it's always right and 100% perfect every time. I think I'm just fluking it at the moment. So I haven't got a border going all the way round at the moment on this one. I've just got a top and bottom border, and I can see I'm wonky, so I'm just going to use that few seconds I've got. There we go. Oh, don't do that while it's still wet. Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. How ridiculous is that? Right, my rhinestones aren't going there now. Oh, I can't believe I did that. See, I'm too busy chatting, not letting my ink dry. Right. Right, I might, it's my little trick. So I have one of these sand erasers. What I might actually do, it takes off a bit of the paper, but you can't really see. I might see. Look, there's one of my top tips. I mean, normally that's where I'm placing my rhinestones. If I ever do that, that's where rhinestones are going. But if I can get rid of most of it, which does seem to be working in this case because it was only a light bit, but obviously it does rip the paper if you do it too much. That's all right, that's good. Phew! There we go, so we don't sell these, but a mono sand eraser. Actually made by Tombow, the same people as the glue. Right, whew. See, don't chat and craft at the same time. Right, next I'm going to bring out my tearing tape. So I haven't used this all week, so this is another adhesive. And you can use that for stickers. So I could put this on the back of here and stick it down, no problem. But I tend to use my tape when I am sticking ribbon down. And obviously on all the cards I've done so far this week, I haven't had to stick any ribbon down. So, and it does tear really easily, hence why it's called tearing tape. So I'm putting one bit there, and I'm putting one bit there, because I'm going as close as I can without going over the edge. Let's just use my scissors there. There we go. I've got glue all over my fingers now. So this is actually the ribbon. Can you see that? So it adds some texture and some colour and another layer. So what I'm going to do is just take that off. So that's now got glue on. Can you see that? The tape's now there. So that's now sticky. And I've cut 2 lengths of ribbon. I'm going to keep those straight like that. And then it's up to me how much I want to show. Now I only want a small border. So I'm going to try and do that. And I really am in the lap of the gods and my grid lines as to how good I get that and how wonky I get it. So again, I could stick it on there, but I can't see as well. And I think if my ribbon is on my grid paper, then I stand a bit more of a chance of getting it right. There you go, that'll do. And I could tuck these, so you've got a couple of options here. You could tuck those behind there, or you could trim them off. I think I'm actually going to tuck them this time. I didn't, I cut them off on there. But let's use my tear and tape to stick this down instead. So, and then I can tuck it round if I've got tape on the back. Ooh, am I going to go over there? Don't want any sticking out the end. The tiniest bit there. Oh. And then, but the only thing with tape is it's not forgiving like Tombow. There's no wiggle room. If I get this wrong, then it's wrong. And that's it. Let's get some of that off before I, there we go, stick that. There we go. So if I do the 2 side ones first, then, so we're up that way, I'm going to go central this time, or as central as I can-ish by eye. So, that looks about right, or about where I want it. So obviously I went down the bottom on that one, so let's go central, keep it as straight as I can. I'm just going to tuck those round. And because that glue, or that tape, is now showing and sticking to my fingers, you can stick that to it. How good is that? Then we will take off this. There we go. And then we're going to put it, so this is it. This is where you're like, okay. There are other ways of doing this. And I could have used my Tombow, to be fair, and just stuck my ribbon round or cut it out. But I'm not sticking it down properly until I am confident that that is there, and I'm happy with that. Right, let's bring in my gilded gems again, and I'm feeling I've scratched that a little bit too much, so I might just have to put a gem over there. We might have to go 5, and I might go a mixture of medium and small. So that's one there, cover up that bit. I might go, no, I'm going to, oh, what shall I do? Decision. There's part of me that wants to put 3 there, but I might have to go off-piste again because I might have to go medium. Now I've used medium there. Oh, pink. And might go, oh, come on, there. And I might go in the corner there. That's my 3. Could go 5. Or do I go 5? All decisions. There we go. One there. Another one there. So odd numbers. There we go. They're not exactly, they're not supposed to be evenly spaced out. They're not measuring right. But that'll do. And you can put some over here as well and up the page and that. But you know what that's going to do for us? So there's your 2 versions of card number 3. We're already 3 cards in and we're only 40 minutes in. Come on. Right, so that's our card 3. Let's put that to one side. Oh, wrong way. That way and that way. And then finally, so card 4, going off with a bang. So we've gone a little bit more technical, but honestly it really isn't. When you see how easy this is, you'll see how good it is. So this, to give you an idea, that's our card. And so it's one of our normal card bases like that, or like that if you like. But what we do is we fold it in half normally, and then we fold that front bit back on itself, and then we're going to add this panel. So it's called a Z fold card. It's a simple Z fold card. You get double Z fold cards and all sorts of fandangled things these days. But this is, I mean, if I did it that way, probably, there you go, that looks more like, which way does the Z go? That way. That's a Z. So that's why it's called a Z fold card. Can you see that? There we go. So, super easy as well. So let's get on with that one. So this is us cutting our A4 along the short edge. So we get this long bit like this. Let's get rid of all this. I've got paper and everything everywhere. Right. So again, fold the paper corner to corner, corner to corner. There we go. And then remember I just said we're going to fold that back. So we're going to take this front piece and we're going to put this corner to these corners again. So just like you're doing it again. So fold it over. Again, you could score this perfectly if you wanted to, but I don't do it. So that's it. See? Just like that. Doop, doop, doop. And that's our Z fold card done. And in fact, I'm going to be even more with my... Makes it nice and flat then. Okay, then we're going to get our pattern paper. Oh, I thought I'd only cut a couple for a minute then. So I've cut this one here, 1/2 centimetre smaller again. You could use that bit, but it's a bit busy. I can still write my sentiment on the other side if I want to, or you can write your message on the back if you want to, whichever works for you. So on there, even border. There we go. So sentiment could be written across there. Now you can put some pattern paper here. I haven't in this instant, but these two bits of paper are exactly the same size. One's going to go there, and one is going to go, I should bring that back in, there we go. And one is going to go there. But you could cut 3, put one there, and another one across there. It's up to you. But I don't tend to do that because it's not shown that much, but you know, it's personal preference, I think. Personal preference. So again, a very similar layout to what we've done. A couple of layers mounted onto. Bit of card. Oh no, do the right thing, that's. Woo. That bit goes on there. Even border. As even as you can see. And then I'm going to use this piece and mount this piece. So this is called Poppy Parade. It's a real bright red. Like pillar box red, really. Or poppy red. I'm not worried if this is upside down or not at the moment because I can see it is. Oh, there's the cat just come in. There we go. We'll put it that way. And again, we're just doing the same. We're tying a bit of ribbon. I think I'm very generous with my ribbon here. I'm tying a bit of ribbon in a double bow. I'm not worried where it is on there because I'm not sticking it down. So 1 knot. Keeping it in place with my finger. And tighten it with 2 knots. I'm going to wiggle it to the end. Oh, there we go. Do my edges on the ends. Ooh. And again, I can tweak those if I need to. Right, I'm going to do my sentiment before I stick that on, or before I finalise my bow. I'm going to do my sentiment. So I've got this congrats is actually out of the You Are Amazing set that I've used all week. So I've used the Hip Hip Hooray yesterday, I've used the You Are Amazing, I've used the Happy Birthday. The only one I haven't used is the Thanks or this speech bubble. These all fit into there, by the way. That's how it kind of works. So you can have a speech bubble and then that Happy Birthday would fit in, everything would fit in, that would fit in that way. But yeah, a really useful set. Comes normally as part or goes with an inclusive kit we've got, but I think it's a great all-rounder. I think with these 2 sets you've pretty much got everything covered. So I am using my Poppy Parade ink pad. I could, oh, I'm feeling the need to mix it up again. I'm going to go, only because I used Merry Merlot before, I'm going to go Merry Merlot again. You're going to want this Merry Merlot by the end of it. Do you know what? I don't like Merry Merlot. But sometimes you are dictated by the colours that are in pattern paper. And that's good, you want it coordinating. So in that sample I did use the Poppy Parade to coordinate, but because I've got quite a bit of the Merry Merlot on this bit, I'm going to use that. Right, where's my punch? So we've used a couple of labels this week, or the everyday label. Let me get that. Hold on, because that's just there. So we use that during the week. So great one. Lots of sentiments fit inside these label punches. And as I say, whether you've got a die cutting machine or not, you don't need them. So unlock it. So it's more like your office punch. And remember I said I used it upside down. So I'm making sure my tiny bit of paper that I've got, remember I showed you my post-it note trick, so if yours is too small, you can't move it around like that, but I think I'm pretty, it's kind of an even border there and there, it's pretty straight. There we go, job done. And the great thing with this punch, so this is called a tailored tag punch, item number 145667. I write these down now because I think I had so many label punches I couldn't remember what they were all called. But I've seen a lot of these, a lot of pattern paper cut out and kind of like a mosaic made with them as well, which is really effective. But in this case, we're just using it for our sentiment. So back in, couple more gilded gems. I've used these on every card. So only 2 this time, because actually I'm feeling those with that is my triangle. So now I'm kind of ready. I'm going to stick that on, dimensionals of course, well she says if I can find them, there they are. Oh, I'm glad I can't actually see who's joined me, but I'm glad you love the paper. I have to say, I love the paper too. I was a little bit scared of it to start with, I have to say. It was a little bit busy for me. Here comes the cat. Excuse the cats. It was a little bit busy, but I think often as well, because you mix it with the more subtle sides, as in this, or you use smaller pieces of it sometimes, then I love it. Right, so I'm going to stick my, oh, do I go central? I might go central. Look at me, mixing it up. There we go. So am I happy with my bow? My bow is pretty straight. I'm happy with where it is. I don't really want it anywhere else. So this is going to overlap here. So I don't want any glue on this side. So actually, I mean, you could position it where you wanted it to be. It could be right over here. It could be down here. But I'm going pretty central. It's the easiest way. So I'm actually going to stick my finger where that's central, because I don't want any glue of any kind over this side. So if I stick my finger there, I know that all glue's got to be over that side. So glue in this instance is just dimensionals again. And so if I stick them, oh, I've got the other cat coming now and all. Right, so if I stick them there, or is that him go? Oh no, that's him going back in again. I become ever so popular all of a sudden when I'm doing filming. Right, so just on there like that. And then, before that pokes up, I'm looking for even, what's the word? Borders, top and bottom, and again, side to side as well. So I'm trying to centralise it as much as I can, using my grid paper again to make sure it's as straight as I want it to be, or I've got every chance of going as straight as I can be. There you go. That looks quite nice with the Merry Merlot, doesn't it? I am feeling that I need a little bit there, so we could cut another bit to go in there, but for the sake of this, you can see what it is. So that's our 4th card, and we are already job done. 48 minutes. I have speed crafted. Let's go back and show you all the cards again. So we went, oh, everything's going around. There we go. So a little bit of a fun fold for our last one. Let's move them down a little bit. I could just move my paper down, I suppose. Is that it? Is that as good as it gets? So there are our 4 cards for today, done in super quick time. I hope you like them. I have to say I love them, and I don't do flowers that much. I'm a bit of a, I'm sure, well, I was always a tomboy, so I know that. But I just thought super quick, super easy, 1 punch used in all of that, 1 set of embellishments, 2 stamp sets for different sentiments, same reel of ribbon on 3 of the cards as well, and we are job done. So I hope you like those. I want to say thank you for joining me. We will just go over quickly how you can get what you need to get. So let's come back to me and go hello. So you have until the end of February to get your celebration item for free. So say you could be that Heal Your Heart stamp set is what you want for free. You cannot buy it. So even if you offered me £100, I couldn't get one for you. So yes, so you need to spend £45 on items, and you can pick that for free. Or the Field and Flower pattern paper that I've used all week is another one as well. There are others as well, but say just check out that celebration brochure in the description, and you can pick one for free. But don't forget, if you pick £50 and order £50 worth of stuff, not including P&P, then you can get the PDF, the instructions, the card, the pattern paper, and everything to make that, together with a pack of dimensionals and a Tombow glue. So you won't get the glue dots and all that, but the glue dots do fit in. It's a little adhesive carrier or caddy for your desk, which is super cute. There we go. If I pop it in the right way, It's great. Ever since I've made it, I've used it all the time. It's now on my desk, job done. So you get all the details for that. And as I announced at the beginning of this, 1 person is going to get all 8 cards that I've made this week. So if you place your order for £50 or more, you must use the host code that's in that description. So you can either order as normal if you're used to ordering and just use the host code, or there is a link there that takes you to my online shop. You can see everything here that we've ordered, and it includes the host code for you automatically. If you have any problems, then just let me know, and I can help. Yeah, so somebody, so out of all the people that order the £50 or more and use the host code, one of you is going to be getting all 8 cards as well. I mean, goodness me, free celebration stuff, free Tombow, free dimensionals, free adhesive caddy, and potentially 8 cards in the post as well. How fab is that? So, I say, any questions at all, then tag me, I'm here to help. This offer for the 8 cards and the adhesive caddy is only until this Sunday at midnight. So Sunday the 21st, in case you're not watching this today when I'm doing it. Any problems at all, then please shout. And I will help you along the way. Or I'm happy to place the order for you as well. So if you want to phone me, if you don't like ordering online, you don't have to do that either. Just call me or email me with your order, and we can connect to take payment. Right. I can't believe I did them so quickly. I thought this might last 2 hours. So I'm thrilled that it hasn't. I'm thrilled that I've produced 4 more cards for you. I hope you have loved them as much as I have. And again, super simple. And yeah, just pattern paper taking centre stage. Right. So thank you very much for coming to my online workshop. As I say, this is going to be something that I do on a frequent basis. I'm not entirely sure when the next one's going to be, but it won't be within the next 8 weeks. It might even be within the next 4 weeks. I need to see how my March goes. But otherwise, I will see you back on my Facebook next week, Wednesday, doing my Watch Me Wednesday, as I do every Wednesday. I have a team retreat coming up for my team. Not this weekend, next weekend. I've still got a lot to prep. That's what most of those boxes are back there. I've got a lot to prep for that. I've got card class to go out as well. Well, not card class, card club to go out as well. That is going out for always the last week of the month, so that's going out next week. I've got thank you gifts to go out for people who ordered for me last month. I've got a busy week ahead of me. So I think by March I might just collapse for a few days. But anyway, thanks very much for joining me. I'll see you next Wednesday. Any questions, please shout. And don't forget, place those orders for £50 and you get all that stuff too. So I'll speak to you soon.